Two. So a few people have asked for short and sweet exercises that they can do at their desks or in little tiny work gaps. And I've been following a guy called Zach Bush, and I think what he has to say is quite interesting. It makes sense to me. And one of the things that he has developed is a little workout called the nitric oxide dump. And I'm going to show it to you now, and you can do this workout anytime. I have shown a few people that I've seen in real life this one, and I'm going to be working with it a bit more. It's a really interesting little set of 4 moves. We're going to do them together. You do these 4 moves and you do them 10 times each, and you do 4 repetitions of the cycle, okay? And nitric oxide is made in the lining of our blood vessels, and once nitric oxide is released into your system, it expands your blood vessels, and they will dilate and they will lower your blood pressure. And it also means that your blood becomes smoother, and so you know the risk of clotting, and the blood becomes more liquid really, and there is an inclination to blood becoming sort of more sluggish. So this is a whole sort of vasodilator. It's very good in regulating, because the blood is flowing faster, it will also regulate the passage of sugars through your system. So it means that you're metabolizing the glucose and the carbs that you've eaten more effectively. So it's a fantastic little workout. Dr. Bush recommends that you do it 3 times a day. So because apparently there is only so much nitric oxide you can send through your system, which actually gets activated in this interval, in this workout. So he recommends that you do it 3 times a day to optimize nitric oxide levels. So it's a metabolizer. You know, you're really just gonna switch on your metabolism. And as we get older, our metabolism, you know, and I know this as well as anybody, you know, menopause can be dreadful for sort of like manipulating your metabolism. So can a lot of medicines that we're taking. So it's really good to recruit every cellular advantage that we have. Nitric oxide, you can read about it, read about the nitric oxide dump. I think it's good. So we're going to start off this with our nitric oxide dump. And the first move is a squat. So you need to set yourselves up with your weight on your heels, and you're going to sail your bottom out. You're going to keep your shoulders back, your abs are engaged, and we're going to do 10 squats. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, into the heels, 8, 9, and 10. 10 squats are done. The next one is we're going to do alternate arm raises, okay? So that's 1. So set up with your weight in your heels, knees are soft, sink firmly into that pelvic bowl, pull that belly button in, keep your chin up. We're going to do alternate arm raises. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's our alternate arm raises. Next, we're going to do non-jumping jacks, okay? So we're going to bring the arms up, so you're going to take your elbows to shoulder height and bring them up over the head. So let's go for 10 non-jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the last move that he suggests is an imaginary shoulder press. So you're going to press up from the shoulders up to the sky as if you were Atlas holding the world on your shoulders. 10 of these. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, back to the squats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, push into the heels, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alternate arm raises. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, non-jumping jacks. There is a way of doing it by hands meet at the top and hands meet at the bottom. Let's try that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then our overhead presses. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Using all the technique that you know, check in with those heels. Keep that belly button tucked in. We're going to go again through our cycle of 10 squats. We're halfway through. Let's take it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push into the heels. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alternate arm raises. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jumping jacks. Now if you're struggling with these, you can do a prayer and a circle if you find that your shoulders are hurting on those jumping jacks. So let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, like a breaststroke swim. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then overhead presses, we're going to press up in the air. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're on to our last cycle, 4 times. This is when you're going to really feel the work happening. Okay, set up into those heels, 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, alternate arm raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Non-jumping jacks, so either up and down or up and over or your prayer position. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And overhead presses to finish. 10. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, stand there and breathe. Check in with your body. Hopefully you're feeling a fizz inside. Heart rate is up. Check in with your fingertips. Maybe they're a little bit tingly. These are your arteries dilated. This is nitric oxide running through your system. And you can do this 3 times a day. So there's a quickie for you. So now we've taken that heart rate up, we are going to do another section. Now this one is about legs, so it's a leg strengthening section. And I'm going to set the timer for 30 seconds. So we're going to do 30 seconds of work and, come on screen, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. So a little bit like in the first section that we did. 30-20, sorry, it's 30-20. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do, a squat with a floor touch. So squat, floor touch, squat, touch the floor. Okay, so it's a tricky one. Get ready. We're going to go right now. So squat down, touch the floor. Squat down, touch the floor. If you can't touch the floor, squat down, reach in front. So you really feel that in the hamstrings. Squat, floor touch. You're doing really well. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. Squat, floor touch. Squat, floor touch. Big leg work. Squat, floor touch. Fantastic. So we're going to get onto the floor now, and we're going to do some leg lowers. So you're lying on the floor. You've got the small of the back firmly connected with the floor. Maybe your hands are underneath your bottom, and we are going to lower those legs straight down to the floor. Lower and lift. Let's go. Lower those legs, lift them up. Now if this is too much, lower one leg at a time. Put those heels to the floor and lift. Pushing the small of the back down, tucking the chin into the chest. Lowering the legs and keeping the small of the back connected with the floor as you lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Tuck the chin in, and we're going to take that up onto our shoulders. Up onto the shoulders. Tuck the chin into the chest. Hips are up. Heels are pointing down to the floor. Knees are squeezing in together. You want your heels really digging down. Hips are going in. And we're going to lift those hips up. And if you can, let's do a step forward and a step back. So it's a glute bridge. See if you can do that shuffle. If that shuffle is too much, just hold that glute bridge with those toes turned up, heels pushing down, and your knees are not sailing apart. Shuffle, shuffle. Keep those hips up. Shuffle, shuffle. Good work. Good work. Shuffle, shuffle, and up to standing. We're going to finish off those legs with some alternate forward lunges. So you're going to step forward on one leg, and then you're going to come to standing and step forward on the other. So straight forward, stepping into that lunge, planting that front heel. 3, 2, 1, let's go. A good old leg and ab workout. One leg, then the other. Keep the shoulders up. A bend in both legs. You want both legs to be bending. Check that your front knee does not come in front of your toe. Stepping it forward and stepping back. Dropping that back knee down as you really push into that back toe. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. So we are back to our squats with our floor touch. We're really majoring on the legs here, everyone. So take the weight into the heels. Squat, floor touch. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, floor touch. Squat. If you want to, you don't come up from that squat, and you can just carry on touching that floor from that position. Squat. Otherwise, squat it out, touch that floor. Squat it out, reach for the floor. Okay, next move we've got are our leg lowers. So let's take it down to the floor, okay? Small of the back, firmly connected with the floor. Legs, you've got your little wedges underneath your bottom. And are you going to lower one leg at a time, or are you going to go for 2 together? Tuck that chin into the chest. It will help you keep the back connected with the floor. Let's go. Lower those legs. Push in to the floor with that belly button. Don't worry if you're not getting very low. This could be a perfectly good move. As long as the small of your back is connected with the floor, that's what you want to be doing, and breathing all the way through it. Tuck that chin in and just take those legs until the back starts to peel away from the floor. Okay, whilst we're down here, let's tuck that chin into the chest. Lift up those hips, push into those heels, push those knees together, and we are going to add in that shuffle, if you can, squeezing through those glutes. It's a tiny move, it's not massive. Shuffle, shuffle. Breathe, push the hips up, keep the knees from gliding to the side. Breathe all the way through, using all that strength in your bottom. Good workout today. This is a good little quickie. Okay, let's come up to standing and let's do our forward lunges on alternate legs. Set yourself up, roll those shoulders back. Good posture to start off with. And you're going to plant that front heel and push into your back toe. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good work. Keeping those shoulders back. And if you want to at the bottom, add a pulse and stand. Eight seconds are left. Add that pulse if you feel that you want a little bit of extra work in that. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and we're back to the beginning. So we're going to go for our squats with our floor touches. So let's have a real good set up here, everyone. You are going to sail that weight back and add those floor touches. 3, 2, 1. Squat, floor touch. Or squat, up you come, reach down. Squat and reach. However you feel is your challenge. Squat floor touches are done. Let's take it down onto the floor for those leg lowers. Take it down, connect that small of the back with the floor, good setup, chin into chest. Push your hands under your bum cheeks to sort of wedge the lower back in firm connection with the floor. Extend those legs if you can, and just go as low as you can before you feel the small of the back peeling away from the floor. And your challenge really is not to speed up. Your challenge is to go as low as you can with the small of the back connected with the floor. Be curious, and you'll find that your curiosity will take over all those voices in your head that say you can't do it. And here's the bell. See? So we're done. Okay, and the next one that we've got is our glute bridge with a shuffle. So let's have a good setup. Knees are directly over your ankles. Take the hips up. Push into the heels. Squeeze those knees in together. And then add that shuffle. Firmly keeping the work in your bum cheeks. Shuffle, shuffle. Take that shuffle out if you can, as far as possible, without letting those hips dip down. Pushing up all the time. Breathing. 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 Okay, and then we're going to do our lunges. Now here we have an option, to take a weight. If you want to take a weight into your hands, you can. Let me just pause this timer. Take your weight, whether it's a dumbbell or whether it's a kettlebell, and you want to just hold that weight in what we call the goblet hold, okay? So you've got it firmly gripped under your chin, and the idea behind the goblet hold also is that it pulls your elbows in towards your waist, so that actually, you know, you're really using your core to support that move, because your balance is compromised because your arms aren't out. If you are struggling with the lunges, put your arms out, you know, a little bit like Houdini used to do when he walked the tightrope, because it will just give you a counterbalance. You compromise your core by holding your weight, whether it's your milk bottle or your dumbbell or your kettlebell under your chin. So let's set ourselves up for alternate forward lunges with a weight or without a weight. You're going to step into that move and let's go. If you are using a weight, The curious place is to notice how your balance is altered by holding those elbows in, holding that weight under your chin. Subtle yet significant. Add that little bounce if you want. 10 seconds, a left, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to finish off the session today with our good old friend, the plank. Really perfecting this move, really using this move for core strength. It's a move that you probably, I'd be interested to know in the comments, how many people do a plank when you're not doing a workout with me? Does anybody voluntarily do a plank during the week? And if you do you do it for 40 seconds? Do you do it for 50 seconds? I'd be interested to know, because my challenge today is for you to plank as long as you can. So I'm going to call out the time. We're going to go for a 60-second plank, but you can readjust, you can reset at any point in this move. Let's get this plank right. So first of all, set your hands underneath your shoulders, okay? And I want you to really lean into the heels of your hands. Get your fingertips gripping the mat, gripping the carpet, so that all of your arms are activated. Now your knees are as far away from those hands as they can be. How about a cheeky little shuffle back and really feel that work in your core, so you have to pull your belly button in towards your backbone, and then the option is to go up on your toes. So we're going to go for a 60-second plank. When you are ready, starting now. So pushing up into the heels of the hands, taking it right up on the toes. If your feet are together, you'll find that plank harder work. Pushing down with the heels of the hands. Breathing and breathing. You have done 25 seconds, and we're now 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's a 30-second plank. Keep going if you want to go for 35 seconds. 35 seconds is coming up now. There you are, you've done it. Keep going, reset, we're 40 seconds. Who's going for 45 seconds? Because you're right here now. 45 seconds. Let's keep going to the end. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those abs. You have got 5 seconds to go for a 60-second plank. 4, 3, 2, and 1. What a finale. What a finale. Okay, everyone, well done. We are done on our workout. So put something warm on, grab yourself a quick drink, and we'll do some stretches just to finish off. We're going to start on the floor. We're going to start on the floor in our tabletop position with our hands underneath our shoulders again, and we're just going to rotate through some cat-cows. So taking the tail up, dipping the back down, pushing into the heels of the hands and rounding up the spine, and taking your head between your upper arms. As you dip that back down, exhale. Take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Inhale as you push up into the heels of the hands, and exhale as you lift your head to the heavens. Last couple. And now we're going to go into a runner's lunge. So I hope you can see me. So we're here in our tabletop position, and either with your knee on the floor or in a plank position, you're going to bring one foot forward, and you're going to sink that back knee down whilst you push those hips forward. Bringing that foot forward and pushing down with those hips, feeling those hips opening out. You can drop the knee to the floor if you want. And now there is an optional extra. If you want to open out, you take the same hand that step forward and open out that chest, looking up at your hand. Last breath. And place the hands back to the floor and take yourself back into plank or back into those knees. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So either kneeling down or on your toes, you're going to bring that other foot forward, level with your hands, and then open out the chest. Drop that knee back, that back knee down, feeling those hips opening, stretching those hips. Opening out the chest. Hands go back to the floor, and back we go into plank. And now we're in this kneeling position. Open out your knees and sail your bottom out with your hands forward, and we're in child pose. Relax the arms onto the floor. Get the crown of the head on the floor if possible. And now take the arms behind you with your palms to the sky. And breathing in this position. Trying to get the top of your head on the floor so you'll feel a stretch in the back of your neck, which will go all the way down the muscles in your back. A beautiful recovery position. Last big breath. And then come up to kneeling. Bring yourself to standing. We're just going to stretch out the legs to finish, stretches that we know. So using our chair, you're going to bring one foot up to your bottom, stretching out the front of the quads here. Breathing, keeping the shoulders wide, pushing the hips forward, feeling that stretch in the front of your legs. And then drop that leg and we'll swap to the other side. So stretching up those quads. Hopefully each week you're maybe finding this stretch easier. You're finding that you've got more flexibility, more capacity. Keep those shoulders back. Keep those hips pointing forwards. And last of all, we're just going to stretch out the backs of the legs by visiting a move that we did at the start, which is our hip hinge. Out we go. And stretching till we feel the backs of the hamstrings. By just taking our hands down the front of the legs. Down we go. And on this time, stay down there. And exhale into that stretch. Touching your toes, touching your ankles, touching your knees, touching your shins. And then with the head relaxed, pushing into the heels, let's come up to standing. Taking the arms back. 1, 2, and 3, and bringing the arms forward. 1, 2, 3. So there we are, a workout that you can do the 2 parts together or maybe just one at a time. See you next week. Bye.